Hey guys, welcome back to STA Farms. I'm Brandy and this is Aaron.
Yeah, so guys, we got a problem on the farm, but it's not necessarily a bad problem. We have too much pasture. So in this video, we're going to show you how we mitigate that, save ourselves time, money, and also make it better for our cows and our pasture. Okay guys, I know what you're asking and what you're saying. You're saying, how is having a pasture a problem? Well, let me tell you, let me explain. So the amount of cows that we have more pasture than what they can keep up with. And what ends up happening, the pasture grows up and it comes to seed, like this. And once it comes to seed like that, it basically quits growing. So you have to clip it in order to encourage new growth. Now, the best way to do this is to do a rotational graze program to where the cows basically, you give them enough where they can keep up with, and it keeps it at basically the blade stage of the grass. But with me and Brandy, we both work full-time jobs off the homestead. So us moving them every day, it's really not feasible. So this is the system that we came up with. So what we will do is we will lay off a section of our pasture, 4 or 5 acres, something like that. And we will clip that down to where we get rid of the heads and everything and just keep the blades. Then we fence that off and we leave our cattle in that pasture until they pick it down and they need more to eat. That does 2 things. One, it keeps us from having to bush hog the whole pasture every month or more if we get a bunch of rain. Yeah. And 2, with the price of fuel today, it saves us a lot of money in not only time, but fuel. Because if we fence off just what they can eat, then we don't have to worry about bush hogging that constantly. And then whenever they need more, we bush hog once instead of basically 4 or 5 times throughout the grazing season. So that's how we do it. And another factor to consider for us is we have Hereford cattle. We love Hereford cattle, but one thing they are known for is pink eye. And we have found through our experience over the last 20 some odd years with Herefords that it is best to keep your pasture clipped so whenever they pick, the seeds and stuff doesn't irritate their eyes. That helps a whole lot. We still could have cases of pink eye, but that does help.
Dusty. You've been taking dust baths, ain't you?
All right guys, so the first step to do whenever we go to bush hog is we got to set the height of our bush hog. Like I say, we don't want to bush hog too low because that will be detrimental to your grass. We just want to clip it low enough to where we get rid of the stems and have nothing but blades. So based on experience, I already know how much of where to set this bush hog, so I have it set. So now it's time to get Rosie here to help me. You gonna help? No. It's time to get on the tractor. It's time to get the bush hog down and going and get this section of the field laid off. So y'all come along with us. You helping?
I'll help.
All right, come on. Let's get on the tractor and get it laid off.
So we attempted to bush hog like 2 weeks ago. And we got everything hooked up, got the tractor and the bush hog out here in the field. And our tire that we knew was flat and we aired up decided not to hold air. So it took us about a week to get it fixed, and then it set in and rained for over a week. So it's been at least 2 weeks since we attempted this, and now we're finally gonna get it going. Get back here, Rosie. Okay, so let me show you what Aaron was talking about as far as the height level that we set this at. So we still have a lot of grass. It's still pretty tall. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's still pretty tall. But it's took off all these stems that the cattle and Rosie will not eat, but it's left a lot of the blades on the grass. And honestly, our bush hog doesn't set the most level, so there's spots that may be a little taller than the others and spots that are a little lower. So guys, another thing we forgot to mention, that whenever we fence off our pasture like this, not only does it help save time and money as far as having to bush hog only so much, but it gives the rest of the pasture a rest or a break, which helps it to rejuvenate itself and it grows better and thicker. What's your head?
Okay, so it's probably not going to show up very well on camera, but we have a hump here. I really don't know what it's from, but what we're going to do, since we're going to be pulling off of our T-post, I'm going to put in a couple temporary or step-in posts. That way I can get a good pull on it and know how tight to make it because of this hump.
Probably.
Why
do you have 1 million of them?
All right, can you take that post there and put it on the other side of the fence for Poppy?
This?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, right about here. Good job.
Put it on the other side.
Hang on, we'll put it on the other side. All right, now you want to step on it?
Step it in.
Good job.
Look at you,
Ah,
losing your shoe.
it was twist. It was twist, Annie.
All right, let me see if I can get this to pick up as you pull it tight. It may not show.
I love you. I love you. Okay. Bobby. I'm watching.
Okay. All right, so now let's head on, figure out where we put our next T-post and go from there. What we got here, we have a T-post and it's actually facing the wrong direction. It's facing this way toward the pond and our fence is on that side. Obviously the poly wire is coming from this side. Now, I could take this T-post up and turn it, which if I didn't have enough T-posts, that's what I would do. But since I got plenty of T-posts, I'm just gonna drive one basically next to this. But also, whenever you run an electric fence, you only want your current running one way. And if I was to connect this poly wire into that insulator on this fence, well then the current would not only be coming from this direction, it would be coming from that direction. And you do not want that because that means all your gates would remain hot if you opened them. So that's another reason I'm just separating it out. But like I said, if I didn't have enough T-posts, I would turn this one around and use 2 T-post insulators on it. And one good thing about having like 4.5 inches of rain in the last week, the posts dry pretty easy. And I expect the step-in post to step in pretty easy too.
Right.
When we go to move this later on in the summer, probably won't be like that. All right. Tell you what, I need some fence cutters, don't I?
Okay.
Yeah, you can cut this wire whenever you want to, whenever we're ready for it.
Are you ready?
Here in just a second.
Now are you?
Oop. Okay, cut between my fingers. There you go. Squeeze. Nope, here. You almost got it. You still like one. Here, let me get it set for you. Okay, now squeeze it. Good job. All right, here, you want the cutters? Now I'm going to take this.
And cut it.
No, I'm just going to tie it through here so we don't lose the end. This poly wire, it doesn't go backwards, spool back as bad
We need to tie it.
as the regular fence wire.
We need to tie it.
Yeah, we got to tie it. We got to pull it tight.
I can see it. I can see it moving.
You can see it moving. All right, so let's got that. Next thing, we just put our step-in post between the T-post and turn the fence on and check it.
Probably one's on the back of the gate and one's
Yeah, that works.
I think that'll be all right. It's a hair bit low, but I think it's all right, don't you?
Yeah.
I think that's got it. So as you can see, this still has some ribbon left over from last year. We are going to go back and re-ribbon it. I think probably Brandy will do that, and then I will put up this little section right here, keeping them off our hay area, and then it'll be time to plug the fence in and see if we got current. So when we do the electric fence, do you have a particular distance for the ribbon, or you just do it by what you feel and eye?
Kind of more by eye and however I feel.
Yeah.
I'll take so many steps and then kind of look at it and just gauge it really. I mean, if it's a lower spot, I may put an extra one on there.
Yeah. Yeah, so real quick, as Brandy's ribboning this poly wire is the yellow and black, and it's supposed to stand out, but we have found, especially with the deer, this neon pink ribbon is by far the best. Now, that don't mean they won't still run through it, but the neon pink ribbon is the best that we have found to use for visibility for deer and the cattle and everything.
Yeah.
So.
And ourselves.
And ourselves too. So Brandy's gonna roll on down the line here, ribboning this. After she gets that done, we'll bring you back and kind of show that. And me and Casey, we're gonna put up this little section of fence down here. You ready? Well, you're one cool dude.
Yellow sunglasses.
All right. Hopefully it picks up pretty good on camera, but Brandy's got this ribbon really, really good.
Yeah. Really good.
Now me and Casey's just heading back here to tie the fence in.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So me and Casey, we have the fence done. Well, I just checked it, and we are getting at least 4 lights, maybe 5. With being the middle of the day here, you can't really see that. I'll test it this evening where it's sun's down a little bit and be able to tell for sure. So we got the fence done. Brandy's over there on the bush hog. So she'll bush hog for a while, and then I'll come down here and spell her, and we'll get this pasture bush hogged.
Yep.
And the cows, they're chilling out in the barn. So we've already got them fenced into the new pasture that we want to get them fenced in. So
Why is that?
we'll get that bush hogging done, try to get some footage of that, and then we'll bring you back.
Bobby, what is that sticking out?
Okay, guys, so Brandy's just about got all this bush hogging done.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, it looks great. So, like I said earlier, just from experience of doing this over the years, we know how to set the bush hog. And as you can see, this grass here, it's nice and thick. And like I say, we don't cut it too low. We want to leave the blades. We just want the stems cut. So
Yeah.
it is good. I would say
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, I think so too. Let's see, I'd say that's probably, I don't know, 8 inches or so,
8 inches or so.
the height of the blades. So it is though, it's looking really good. I'll pan around here.
And he's not stalling it. Bobby.
Looks like the cows are making their way out. They'll be heading to the pond, I'm sure. Emmy's already heading there. but it is looking good. Now, they will explore this and see that they are in a, not really a new pasture, but they will see, hey, we can't get to the whole pasture like we once could. But I am super proud of this. We finally got some rain and it's greened everything up and it all looks good. So yeah, it looks really good.
All right, guys, so that has our bush hogging and fencing done for today. The cattle have already been out on it, picking on it. In my opinion, I think it looks really good, and it's going to be enough for them to pick on for quite a while, as long as the weather stays the way it is and we continue to get rain. However, if it turns off dry, then the way that we have it set up, we'll be able to expand the fence and just bush hog a little bit more and give them more to pick. So if you haven't already, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and as always, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.